What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about Anthony Mackie. Yes, Anthony Mackie, Tacky Mackie of the MCU, Avengers, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Of course, he is the Falcon, trying to pass himself off these days as fake-ass Black Captain America. And I want to talk about this. So, Bent, wake up, Mackie. I think I got something to say to you. And I want to get into this because he's made a couple of statements. I want to give my thoughts on these statements, and it's about three of them that I want to address real quick. And one of them, let's start off with this. This was in inverse.com, and I saw this, and I want to comment on it because it seems that Mr. Anthony Mackie, Mr. Blackity Black Blackie Anthony Mackie, says that he has a problem with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Now, here's a little story. No, here is the problem that Anthony Mackie has with these things. What do you think that problem would be? Let's see, being that these people are very predictable, these people meaning SJWs, all of these virtue signalers out there, there's only one problem it could be. I don't see people there who look like me. There need to be more black people in Harry Potter, more black people in Lord of the Rings. Oh my God, guys, cry me a river. Why do they all say the same thing? But let's get into what he said. This is the statement of Anthony Mackie. Speaking to Inverse, and this was on CBR.com, speaking to Inverse, Mackie criticized Harry Potter's shortcomings regarding representation, which have been echoed by many critics of the movie series since its 2001 inception. Really, guys? I did not know that. I never really got into Harry Potter. And in 2001, I was thinking about other things, kind of like 9/11. I don't know, but apparently this was the second biggest story of 2001, that there was not enough representation in Harry Potter. The Marvel Cinematic Universe actor believes the films would have been better served with more young black actors and people of color integrated throughout. Anthony Mackie says, "Man, Harry Potter had no effing black friends. Frodo walked across the entire universe and never met a black dude. I want to see Frodo in the hood, which if I ever do a Saturday Night Live is going to be a skit I'm going to do," Mackie said. And why not? Saturday Night Live has not been funny in I don't know how long. You can slip that in there, Mr. Mackie. But see, this is the problem, right? This is the problem that we continue to have. People like this dude who is not actually of the culture. This is what I was talking about on that other video before when I was talking about new black fans of science fiction and science fantasy. They just don't get it. You are transporting yourself to another world. You cannot put real world expectations on otherworldly stories. But this is what Anthony Mackie wants to do. Problematic enough. But then he wants to bring the hood to Middle Earth. You want to bring the ghetto to Middle Earth. And that in itself is telling. Black people, do you see what this man is saying? He's saying we can't even imagine ourselves as being in this world without taking economic freaking ruin with us. We have to be in the fucking slums to be in Middle Earth or to be in the Harry Potter world. We have to be hood. We have to be ghetto. This is a problem. We're supposed to see ourselves as better than that. You're supposed to have imagination to lift you up out of this particular reality, as if all black people are in the hood or the ghetto or the slums. Anthony Mackie needs to take his ass back to 8 Mile. Eminem knew what to do with him. But see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why voices like this are so dangerous, okay? So he goes off and says something like that. Frodo needs to be in the hood. Okay. But anyway, let's move on because once again, Anthony Mackie is running his mouth just enough so you can see what type of person he is. Then we have another statement by Mr. Mackie where he, for some reason, was asked to comment on the possible actors strike. Now, we already have a writer's strike in Hollywood, thank God. I don't know what they're striking for. They're getting paid to do apparently a whole bunch of nothing based upon what we've been getting. But someone was asking him what he thinks about the possibility of an actor's strike, to which Anthony Mackie says the actor's strike would be a shit show, but expects the studios to make a fair deal. They're gonna have to, unless they get a bunch of fucking YouTubers to make Avengers 5. Ha 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 ha! Woo! Anthony Mackie, bro. You see, This is where he betrays his resentment of the very audience that is actually paying for him. You think, Anthony Mackie, that you would just shut the fuck up and do your job. You got in. You got a good job. You're doing a role in the MCU. You got in right before affirmative action was abolished. Good for you, my diversity hired friend. Yeah, I said it, okay? I don't know Anthony Mackie personally, so you don't need to come for me. If you do, bro, you don't want to. But I'm just saying, okay? I'm trolling. I know I am. But you got your job, man. You're doing what you got to do. And you owe it all to us, all right? You go on YouTube and you see YouTubers not just complaining, but you see us talking about what we love too. And you know why? Because we're your audience, Anthony Mackie. We are the ones who pay for your lavish lifestyle. But this man betrays who he is and how he really feels when he says things like this. Fucking YouTubers, Anthony Mackie, could do the job way better than you could. Have you seen some of these fan films, right? They might not have the resources, but look at what they do with the limited resources that they have. Look at me. I'm lighting my sweet microphone on fire with little to no frills. You don't see a bunch of graphics and intros and outros on my videos, but god damn it, I throw down, you know what I'm saying? And I am one of those YouTubers. So fuck you too, Anthony Mackie. Now, moving on to the last thing that Anthony Mackie said that I had a problem with this week. Anthony Mackie opined that Black Panther should not be recast. They should not recast T'Challa, which is, of course, his opinion, you know, which he has a right to. A lot of people have a right to this opinion. But my point is here, your reasoning for that. Chadwick Boseman did such a good job. Can't nobody touch this role ever again. Nobody can ever do this like Chadwick. Chadwick touched me in places that nobody else could. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. He did do a good job. But you can't pay me any amount of money to think that there's not another talented black actor out there that could do what Chadwick Boseman did or even do better. Yeah, that's right. Because believe it or not, Chadwick Boseman's interpretation of T'Challa probably wasn't necessarily the most comic book accurate interpretation. So as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of room to grow there. But let's say that your way of looking at this is right, Anthony Mackie and people who think like you. Well, by your logic, we should never get another black president. No. Barack Obama did such a great job. We can never get another black president. Nobody should ever touch this position after he did it. Boy, he really did that thing, even though he's not your first black president. He's your first biracial president. Some people would say maybe your first gay president, but not your first black president. But based on your logic, okay, we'll assume that he's your first black president. He'll be your only black president based upon your logic. How's that? You know, so while you are welcome to your opinion, Mr. Anthony Tacky Mackie, I would ask you to think maybe a little bit before you open up your mouth, because some of us fucking YouTubers are out here and we're waiting, we're watching, and we're going to check you for every ignorant thing that you say that could be damaging to the millions of people who actually listen to you. And that's the danger. You can have your opinion, but once you get into publications, once you get on the internet, guess what, my friend? You're an influencer. So when you say the kind of things that you say, I want to take Harry Potter into the ghetto, into the hood, because that's the only place you're gonna find black people, then you got a problem. You could be somebody who encourages other content creators, other people who create alternative stories and things like that, stories, people of color, whatever you want to call it. You could be doing those things, but no. You people want to sit back and criticize what other people do, other people's hard work, being a disruptor, you know, being destructive. You know, this isn't constructive criticism. This is just being destructive, you know, and I don't respect that, guys. We've been through this so many times. But anyway, he's got an upcoming project. This is Captain America. I don't even know why they call you Captain America. You didn't take the serum. You have no superpowers. They should call you Buck Private America. That's what they should call you. Fake ass wannabe fucking black Captain America. Anyway, he's got Captain America Brave New World coming up. Does his statements and his revelation about how he really feels about the fans, does this make you want to see these things? Does it discourage you from seeing these things every time you hear these idiots talk? Get in the comment section and let me know. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Thank you guys for being here. I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. Mackie, I wish I'd never seen your face. Fuck out of here.